Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning from Badoc,
Good morning, Badoc.
Badoc. Remember, I'm Brent, and this is Miss Myles and all her beautiful thing. And I hope everybody's having a good evening from the States.
Good
So,
morning, Sunday.
you think it's going to rain today?
Yeah, it's raining.
Yeah, it's raining. Well, hopefully we get more than one person in here. But that's something that's okay. That is okay. One is better than none. And we got Miss Sandy.
No, Peter, good morning, Peter.
Hey, good morning, Peter. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing, man? Well, it's another rainy day here in Badoc. Actually, when we woke up this morning, it was nice. I mean, the sun was out.
Yeah, that's why I washed the clothes.
Myles washed the clothes. She figured she'll get ahead of the game. We hung the clothes out. It ain't for us. And then all of a sudden, what, about a half hour later,
Yeah,
I was like, Myles, it's starting to rain. And
Dan Marie, good morning, Dan Marie.
hey, Dan, how you doing, man? Dan Murray.
Maria.
Myles, we ran outside and we bunged the clothes inside.
Mm-hmm.
It's been like this for how many weeks now?
I'm not sure if
But see, last year wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but last year there was strike 2 weeks raining.
Yeah, but then after that, it was over and done with.
No
How many
more,
weeks?
no
How many
more.
weeks we going on now here? How many
I
weeks?
mean, it's almost a month or
Yeah,
almost a month.
it's kind of reminds me. Remember in Forrest Gump when he went to Vietnam? It rained and rained and rained, and all of a sudden it just stopped. So how long is it supposed to last?
I don't know.
You don't know anymore.
Climate change.
The old climate change.
Good morning, big guys.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Hey, Peter, is today the only day, or has it been in the past week or so? Hey, Big E's, what is up? You all need to watch his channel, man. Big E's. He does a lot of lives. A lot of lives.
It will end soon.
Around November. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right.
No,
Go ahead.
normally here in Ilocos, Norte or Ilocos region, kind of like November is start of summer. It's just like that is already sunny days.
When, November?
November, yeah.
Yeah.
You remember that last year is.
Well, November's what? I was going to say, from September up till December is Christmas season here. But the weather's not. It's hot.
Yeah.
But I don't know. When the rain ends, it ends. You know, you can't control Mother Nature. I don't care what anybody says. Well, I don't care what anybody thinks they can do.
Yeah. Walang ano man guys. Salamat.
Salamat.
Thank you.
Yeah. Ours has been, what, the last 3 weeks. I mean, it's like I said, and I said it in other videos, when it's the dry season here, people complain. All right. And then when it becomes the rainy season, everything's fine and dandy for the first week or two. And then after that, people complain. So it is what it is. You can't do anything about it, you know? I mean, I still do it sometimes. But you also complain too when it's raining all the time.
Yeah, because
So it's not only the foreigners.
you go out because it's wet.
Yeah.
Stay inside, it's there.
But the funny thing, well, it's not funny, but it happens all over the world. They got the rain suits where it's a pair of pants and a rain jacket, if you want to call it. It's just plastic, man. Blue. Usually it's blue, right?
Raincoat.
Yeah. they're like really, really cheap. I think they're maybe 100 pesos if that. But
Yeah,
soon as
for
rainy,
sure.
as soon as rainy season hits,
For short time use only.
yeah, once.
Yeah.
It's like that really cheap plastic, you know.
Next time you buy again.
Yeah, they living in the moment, right? But you got these guys that around here that drive around on these motorcycles.
Hello,
And it's
hello,
downpouring.
hello, Daryl. Good morning, Daryl and Florence.
Hold on. Something went wrong.
Yeah, Peter asked me what's in the menu today.
What's for the man? I don't know. What are you cooking today?
I don't know yet.
Well, I know we're going to, after we're done with this, we're going to go out. We have to go pick up my laptop. Yeah, they couldn't fit my my MacBook. I mean, this is 2015, you know. My daughter had the same exact laptop I had. Not the one I had, but she had her own. And she had the same problems. And she took it to a repair place, and they said it was this part. So they threw that at it. That didn't work. They said, well, we tested the battery. The battery's dead. So they put in another battery. That didn't work. And then she was like, you know, just stop. Just stop. It ain't worth it, right? And she went out and she did a trade, you know, the 2015, her 2015 for a newer Mac. She's another Apple person. Let me get caught up on that. Hey, Daryl, what's up? Hey, man, I'm watching that house for you. Make sure nobody buys it, okay? So how's everything in Texas? Oh, before I forget, Sandy, if you're still here, I haven't forgotten about you, but on the program that I'm running right now, Streamlabs, you can hand out wrenches for monitors, but next time, which will be next week, because the signal, I don't know why, but YouTube Studio, the signal was kind of weird, so I just jumped on this StreamYard. It's perfectly fine. So next time I'm on YouTube Studio and we're doing a live, I'll go ahead and give you a wrench.
There is no secret list today.
Hey, Tita, how you doing? Miss Maria.
Marie.
Huh?
Tita Marie.
Marie? Okay, yeah, you're right. I looked at it wrong. Tita Marie. Hey, I'm a product of the Pennsylvania public school system. Give me a break. What does Myles have planned for today? I don't even. You want to know something, man? And Darryl, you might have observed this with Florence. I don't think and it's not a bad thing, okay? So I don't think they know what they're going to make for whatever meal they're making it for. I think they walk into the kitchen and they go from there. Whatever they got, that's what they prepare.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's plenty of times where we talk about making something, or she'll talk about it. I just listen because it's not my world, really. And she'll go in there, and then when it's time to eat, I'll be like, okay. I mean, it's not bad food, but you're like, okay. I thought you were going to make whatever, you know. She just makes what she wants, you know. And I ain't an idiot. I'm not going to question it. Oh, what's on this? What else?
There's no
Don't listen to her. Don't listen to her.
Tomorrow when I
Don't listen. Don't listen.
There's no secret list today. Tomorrow there.
I have learned every time, and it's not bad, man. I'm not. That's the way Myles is. And she said, and none of it's personal stuff. Well, once in a while, like a comb or something like that. But 9 times she does. I bring money with me now because she's got something scheming in her head. And it's not a bad thing, guys, okay? She just, you know, so for a meal, oh, you know, I can make this tonight, and then we'll buy it. Mm-hmm. But I always push the fish. You know, there's certain fish I like and there's certain fish I don't like. So a lot of times she tries to stay away from getting fish. And I just tell her, get something, you know? Hey, wait, who's that?
Elvin, good morning, Elvin.
Hey, Elvin. How's life in New York, man? Oh, hey, Alvin, aren't you getting ready to retire soon? I mean, you look young, so I don't know. I don't know.
It just only following what you always question me. I was just as
Yeah, you're right. No, it's not. No. Yeah, no, it's not a bad thing. And I always think that's why I say when we go out, I bring money because I know she's going to get something. And like I said, 9 times out of 10, it's not a personal thing. It's either for either a meal or for the house. What's your favorite flower?
My favorite flower is roses and bougainvillea. Bougainvillea.
What one's that?
Bougainvillea. The one that I planted near the porch.
Hmm.
But roses is my favorite.
Yeah, but it just seems like the roses have a hard time growing here.
No,
No?
it's not hard.
It just seems like, I don't know. It just seems that, not that you're the one, I wouldn't know it if you, it just seems they have a hard time growing here.
No.
Is it because of the heat?
It sometimes, yeah, if it is too hot, just keep on watering them.
Yeah. Cheesecake. Tita Maria, where do you live at? You live in the States, you live in another country, you living in the Philippines.
I think
Cheesecake.
Libya,
I bought when I was here.
Cali,
Maybe California.
yeah.
When I first got here, I got when I was in Manila. Yeah, I got me a cheesecake, man. It was kind of like it didn't taste like you get in the States. Maybe because they were all using natural stuff and not preservatives. You know. Yeah, really. We're coming over. Hey, Tita, you got enough for everybody? Yeah, I love cheesecake.
Oh, Canada.
Hold on.
She's in Canada.
What's LS? Remember? I was singing on an LS early this morning, so I was tired. Are you a performer?
LS.
I'm not part of the entertainment. Yeah, it is. Is it because of ice and all them, or is it just the daily grind of New York?
Oh, live stream.
Oh, yeah, Costco. So she's either in the U.S. or Canada. 12 people. I don't know, man. I've seen Darryl eat. He could probably eat like for 6 people, right, Darryl?
Roses and Escarlatina or
Yeah, roses. Yeah, she likes roses. Like I said, it just seems that Rose, she has a hard. I'm not saying she's doing anything. I wouldn't know. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a gardener, but it just seems that the roses have a hard time growing here. Their life cycle's very fast. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, Canada. Canada. I like Canada. You've never been to Canada, have you? Canada's a pretty country. So, do you ever think parts of Tita? Do you ever think parts of Canada will become part of the United States, or is that just all like BS? Yeah, they keep on bringing that up. You hear that? You hear that all the time on the news about the 51st state, and you're like, okay, I can't see it. Canadians are very proud people. I can't see it happening. I can't see it happening. They're very proud of Canada.
Elvin will be here next month. Oh, welcome to the world of retirement, Elvin. retired now.
Oh, you're retired now. You don't look. I've seen your videos often. You. I would say. No, I don't want to say because I'm really bad at guessing people's age. That's why I don't say anything. But you look young. Well, he does take care of himself too. Oh, man, he takes care of himself. You seen the short when he was working out.
Well, how old is he?
He ain't gonna tell you. He doesn't want to tell anybody, which is fine. I'm thinking he's not near 60. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Not even near. Doesn't even look like he's near 50. I'm being honest.
The dentist.
Yeah, 6. Dell 6. You learn, and I had a very 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 short conversation with another person, subscriber who visits the Philippines. When you first come here, and they say you're in a restaurant or whatever, you get the serving, you kind of look at it, and you're like, who's that supposed to feed a child? You know, because the portion size are small, and you get like 2 helpings or 2 orders or something. Some people get 3.
Yeah.
And then after a while, like myself, that original one size meal portion is more than enough. I don't eat that much, do I? I don't. I'm just trying to figure out why I can't lose my gut.
You eat more vegetables.
Yeah, I eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of it, more than I ever did before. You know. Now I don't eat that much rice. Actually, here lately for the past couple of days.
So almost 1 week already.
I'd say I don't want to eat rice. You know what I mean? It's just. I just don't think I don't need that.
Yeah.
I mean, you eat it by like. And it's like, Myles, man, you need to cut that down. You're not fat, okay? But look at me. I have never said Myles was. See, I mean, Myles used to be really, really. I mean, I think it was very hard when I was still in the States. And I'd say, hey, Myles, I'll get you a pair of Levi jeans or something like that, you know, because it's very expensive. Or if you can get them here. I had a hard time finding a pair of Levi. Because
my waistline, believe it or not, my waistline when I was working in Hong Kong is 24.
Yeah, but that's Asian size. All right. But Tina Marie, maybe you would know if somebody like herself wore a 24, right? What would that convert to? Because a lot of times Canada, United States, are, you know, you can buy. But I had a hard time getting her clothes. I did. It was like.
And the t-shirt you
I bought her some shirts. You know what I had to get? I had to go to the kids section to get her shirts. She was so tiny. And now she's like, oh, I'm getting fat. I said, Myles, you're not getting fat. And it's just, you know, you're the same age as I am, and your body, your metabolism is slowing down.
Yeah.
So you gotta work with that. You know what I mean? In other words, instead of feeding for somebody when you were 30 years old, you got to feed yourself like your age. In other words, you got to cut that maybe in half or a quarter. But with that being said, Myles doesn't eat that much either. What she always tries to do, whether we're eating out in public or at home, what she can't eat, she thinks I'm going to eat it. Right? Here, eat this. And then she gets mad at me if I say, no, Myles, I don't want that. She looks at me like, what's this one? You know, I can't, Tina Marie, I can't see it happening though. Like I said, Canadians are very proud people. They're very, very proud of, you know, Canada. But how many times through the years have they brought that up about parts of Canada becoming part of the United States? I just can't see it happening. I mean, I'm not against it. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm not against it. But like I said, the Canadians are very proud. They're more proud of Canada than U.S. is, U.S. citizens are in the U.S. Okay.
Yeah, you're right, Tita Marie. Very tiny.
Yeah, Elvin, I get it, man. I get it. But like I said, I watch it.
Secret.
No, he doesn't want to know people. That's fine. I used to be like that, but I got to the point where it's like people think I'm, especially being with Myles, people think I'm older than Myles is, but we're both the same age, and I'm kind of like, so I gotta let them know my age. You know?
I am 26 years old.
Yeah, sure. That's your story. You're sticking to it.
26 years old.
I think you look good for your age. You do. Well, you want me to say, Myles, you look like a hag? Come on, man. Even if you don't. Okay, people don't. I don't think you look like a hag. But like I said, I think you look good for your age. But most of your Asians do. But there is some that had a rough life that they'll be like, ooh. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
The Philippines is a stressless society. In other words, if they can't take care of it today, they don't stress on it. It's like, oh, I'll take care of it tomorrow. That when I take care of it, I'll take care of it. You know, they don't worry about things like other countries do. You know, I mean, they're happy as hell if they got food in their belly and a place to lay down, and that can be a cardboard box that was unfolded, and they'll lay on that. And they're perfectly happy. They're not. Well, for the most part, there is ones that are. They're not materialistic people. They don't need to prove anything to anybody. Okay, and that's what I respect about them. They're happy for what they have. You know. Now you do have your jealous ones, and Tina Maria, you know that too. You do have your jealous ones that feel if I can't have it, you can't have it. You know, but for the most, as a whole, people of the Philippines, they're very content with what they have.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, Filipinos like their karaoke, don't they, Tina Maria?
I love karaoke.
Oh, Myles loves it. We have a little karaoke system here. It's not like, it's not one of those big ones with the TV and everything. It's the karaoke player hooked up to our TV. Myles has a mic. Hey, I mean, she enjoys it. You enjoy it. You enjoy it. You know. I don't do it because I can't sing, and I'm not.
Music is one of my things.
Yeah, I know that.
I love music.
Large majority of Filipinos love music.
Love music.
That's why it's loud. And sometimes you're like, turn that down, please. I went into the market one time, and there was this loud music being played. I'm like, who? And I'm looking. I'm like, who? Where's that coming from? And I found it. There was a speaker. It was a good size. It was standing about from the floor, about that high, about maybe about that wide. It was blaring, but the woman was sitting right with her back towards it, sitting right in front of it. And I was like, oh my God, she's got to be deaf. You know what I mean?
Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah. I mean, I've been to concerts where I was pretty up close. And I used to, you ever see those guys at concerts and stuff like that wear the yellow shirts that says event staff on it? Well, the people that I used to work with when I was in the Navy, like in Philadelphia and in Norfolk, a lot of times we would work there at these events. So I've seen a lot of concerts and stuff like that. Matter of fact, back in 85, I think it was 85 when they had the Monsters of Rock tour. We were in Philadelphia when it was I can't remember the stadium. The open stadium. It wasn't the Vet Stadium. It wasn't God, I can't remember. Well, anyway, we worked that. Well, I seen Eddie Van Halen and all, and they're all good. They were all good. I mean, we were backstage, and we were talking to them and stuff like that. Now it wasn't like, they were cool. They were really cool. Exactly, though, man. Miles is still tiny. You know what I mean?
What is the size of this one?
No, this is the one Dell guy. It's 5X. I don't know. No, it's not 5X. I think it's no, it's not. It's
small.
It's a small. She lying to you. And that's even big on her. Long one. It's not big. It's long.
Long.
Yeah, these are the shirts. Well, the one Miles is wearing. That's the one where Florence and Dell Weston got for us when they were, because they live in Texas and they got it for them.
Oh, my exes live in Texas.
Yeah, it was just, yeah. It was like, I was so, no, because I got her a pair of, what were they? Black, I remember they were black jeans.
Yeah, black
And
jeans.
I got them at Sears because my daughter one time was working at Sears and she said, I'll get them, I'll get you. And they were expensive, expensive jeans. Yeah. And she said, well, what size she wear? And I said, I don't know. Right? And she goes, I said, she's so tiny. And she says, all right, I'll get her a 0. And they were kind of, did they fit or were they too big?
They fit. They
fit, okay, yeah. Yeah, Miles is tiny. And I always thought, you're not fat. I said, this is fat. Yeah, Miles is tiny. She used to be a lot smaller.
Yeah,
but when we started talking to her, that kind of looked ill small. You know what I mean? It was like, man, you need to eat something because her face was like, you know what I mean? You know, it's kind of, Miles, you need to eat.
Tita Marie, the wife of Darrell, is from Mabusag. You know that, your neighborhood barangay.
Yes, Tita. It's like I said, Canadians, I can't see it happening. I mean, I don't know if it's really a benefit with all the craziness going on in the States right now, but I can't see it happening. Canada becomes, you know, I can't, they're just they're very proud people. And everybody thinks Canadians, I don't judge a country by its government. I judge the country by its people, okay? And a lot of people in Canada used to tell me the government sucks. Okay? I didn't know that, you know, but I think I just think the Canadian people, I got a lot of people say, oh, the Canadians are arrogant. No, they're not. That's just the way they are. Somebody at the picking tree?
Randy.
Yeah, Randy, yeah, he's fine. But, yeah, just like, you know, like England. I know nothing about the government, okay? A lot of people say, oh, the English and the Americans hate each other. No. I got along fine with them. Russians, everybody thinks Russians and Americans hate each other. No, I got a lot. You know, the Russians I met, I got along with. You know, it's just that people put these stereotypes on people. I think that's why the world has such a problem nowadays. Everybody's got a category. Every guy put everybody in a category. You know, and it's wrong. Wesley, he ain't gonna tell you. Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. He ain't gonna tell you. Which I don't. Just.
Is it very cold there, guys?
Quebec is Canada. Canada in general is cold. Texas. Now, Texas people, they're arrogant. People from Texas are arrogant. Oh yeah, they're arrogant.
Darrell, do you hear that?
Nah, I'm just messing. Texas people are good people. Very
hospitality.
Yeah, they're very good people, man. You know. Let's see what else is going on. No, he should, man. You know what he should do, Tita? He should go up a Yellowknife.
What?
Yellowknife.
Mm.
I was only up there once or twice. You want to talk about? They got up there. It's so cold. They got permafrost on the ground. It never melts. Yeah, I took a load up there. They were gonna take it up to the Dempster. I think it's called the Dempster Highway, the ice road. I didn't go up there. I didn't go up there. I just took a load into Yellowknife, and then Yellowknife they have drivers that'll take it up to the mines.
Oh, it's Tony Way.
Yeah, Tony, I'm telling you, man. We used to go out for a walk. We haven't done a while because, well, I'm not gonna lie to you, we just haven't done it. We used to go out for walk 3 miles a day. I eat a lot less of food now than I ever had. Okay. Now I don't do no weight training. Okay, I'm too old for that, you know. But and it's still, and I don't eat very much rice. I accept it. It is what it is. Can't do anything about it.
Michigan.
Yeah, like I said, Texas is a big state too. Big. When I was stationed overseas,
If I'm looking the map, Texas is the biggest state.
Yeah, no, Hey, Dow, is it Texas? Who's bigger, Texas or California? But California is kind of like long and narrow down the West Coast. Texas is like, you know,
big. Just in the map is very big one.
Yeah. Yeah, Dow, you're right. It's the government. You don't judge a country by its government. You judge a country by its people. You know, like Iraq and Afghanistan. Mm-hmm. Some of the people are really great people. You know, and a lot of them don't think like Iran. A lot of them don't think like the government thinks. Florida. We're in Florida. I have family that lives in Pensacola, Fort Miles, Fort Myers, and Naples. My brother lives in Pensacola. I used to live for a while. I was living in Foley, Alabama, and used to drive to Pensacola at least once a week or so. Took about an hour. All the back roads. Tita, I think that's all over, man. And I think, and with everything else that's going on, okay, with the migrants and being flooded in other countries, I think the citizens of those countries are like, we had enough. We're done. No more. Like, I don't know if you all been looking at the news. I don't watch U.S. media. Okay, I don't watch. I watch independent news people. Okay, I think it's Ireland, Scotland, England. They're all the citizens are protesting. They're done. They had enough. Where am I at? Oh, there I am. I think it's all by design, though. Dad, Owen's a good guy, man. Like I say, he works out all the time. And that's probably why that's the secret.
True, Texas can be arrogant, but a lot of outsider move on and mess up.
Well, like I said, your average Texan is very proud of Texas, and nothing's wrong with that. And yeah, I used to go drive through, of course. Texas is a big hub for truck drivers, okay? And you'd be sitting in a restaurant or something like that, and a family would be sitting there eating, and the locals or whatever would be sitting there, and they have to start coming to conversation. And the one thing you'll always hear, like at the family, a lot of families were from like California, and you always had that one Texas citizen would say, "Do us a favor. You're more than welcome to live in our state, but don't vote like you did when you were in California." You know, don't come here causing a problem that you're leaving. It's cold up in Illinois though. It's cold all the time up there, though. But they're so used to it, and it's expensive. It's expensive. I don't know if it's expensive for the townspeople of Illinois, but like truck drivers coming in here to eat and stuff like that, it's expensive. Michigan, I'm sorry with that, Dal. You're from Michigan. So how you like the governor, Tim? What's his name? I don't even know I can't remember his last name. He's the one that ran for vice president and got stumped. There's another name that they use for him, but I'm not going to say it. Yeah. Hey, when were you up to Dell? When were you up in Anchorage, Alaska? My cousin was. I cannot. No, never mind. Because me and you're around the same. Actually, you're younger than me. But when I was like 16, he was in the Air Force, and he was stationed in Anchorage. He was there for a while, man. He was there for a while. But he used to take MAC flights, and he flew into Delaware, and that's why he come visit us. Yeah, you're right. That's what I was thinking after I asked the question. I was thinking about it. Texas is a big state. Yeah, Tita, Texas is. You need to take yourself and move to Texas. Do you love Canada that much? Like I said, I like Canada. It's very clean, very clean.
What? Alaska is the largest state than Texas?
Yeah, but who lives there?
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
Alaska's almost like Australia
Very little people living in there.
because it's cold.
Oh.
You got your like Anchorage and stuff like that, but farther up north, like I said, Alaska is like Australia. You got your heavy populated areas, then you got your areas that are nothing there, but nothing but kangaroos. Hey, I got a question for you, Dale. When you went and hopefully you traveled when you went out. If there was a town around you, I don't remember. Did you ever eat the blubber? It's
What's that?
blubber, whale blubber. Yeah, everybody forgets about Alaska. Oh, California's third, so it's Alaska. Yeah, like I said though, Alaska is kind of like Australia. You got your heavy populated areas, then you got nothing. It's too freaking cold. It's cold. I know a lot of guys in the Air Force and Navy that were stationed in Alaska. I got offered it. I was like, no. It's got all that land, but no people. Like I said, Australia.
How did
Mitt Romney didn't vote for him. I heard you did. Yeah, Waits. Tim Waits. Yeah, Waltz. That doesn't have a name for him, but I'm not gonna say it. It's funny. It's funny. The guy's an habitual liar, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that's all about, but okay. The guy's an habitual liar. You know where that's at?
Pangasinan.
Where's that at?
Somewhere here in Region 1.
Oh, it's in Region 1?
In Pangasinan.
What region, Leroy, what region are you in?
Pangasinan is part of Region 1.
You're going on vacation in Alaska? But you want to know something? Like I said, Alaska is a very beautiful state. Beautiful.
What?
Alaska is a very beautiful state.
You said
you know why it's beautiful? Because it's not populated.
Oh.
You don't have human beings going there and destroying it. And you all might disagree with me, but that's just the way I feel. Like those states in the United States are very beautiful because it's not populated, so humans ain't destroying it. Oh, our days are, every day's a good day here, man. Every day's a good day here. No stress, no worries. Every day is a good day here, man. Yep, it does, man. Alaska, like I said, Alaska, Canada, northern Canada, because there's no humans there to destroy it. And y'all might be pissed off, but it's the truth, man. You know, human beings have a way of screwing things up. Timothy wants to plan. Thanks. I want to plan a trip to Philippines next year. Where you plan on going? If you really want to see the real Philippines, man, try not to go to the heavy foreigner populated areas. Then you'll get the true Philippines. Just my opinion, but got an RV. We talked about that, haven't we? Getting an RV.
Just got an RV.
You know what an RV is?
Yeah.
A trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it, but if we ever got one, I'm not talking about one of those $1 million ones. No, it ain't happening. But I even thought about, we talked about getting a van and converting it into like an RV. Van life. It wouldn't be a full-time thing, Because believe it or not, doing research and looking up online, there's a lot of campgrounds here. A lot. A lot of places, just because it's not a campground, you can park somewhere. Nobody's going to bother you, You see it all the time when we go from here to Manila. You'll see cars parked alongside the road, and there's nothing around it. And all of a sudden you're looking and you see like somebody moving, like a head moving or something like that. You just pull over and they're tired. They go to lock the doors, roll up the windows, and they go to sleep. What? Well, you afraid something would happen?
Yeah, especially if you're alone there.
Well, they don't know if you're alone if you're inside your vehicle, But I understand. You're
still dangerous.
Dangerous? Well, when we go from here to Manila in the van, they always stop at this one place where they get the fudge and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. What town is that in? Do you remember?
Bantay, Ilocos Sur.
It's in Ilocos Sur. Mm-hmm. And what's the name? Bantay? Bantay. Mm-hmm. You see a lot of cars parked there, sleeping. It's like I think of it like a rest area, with a There's a shop there, and the fudge ain't bad. You know, the fudge is pretty good.
The nearest airport here is Lawag International Airport. Lawag International Airport.
Yeah, Lawag, it's north of us, about an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending
1
on traffic.
hour. 1 hour from
Isn't it an international airport now?
international. Ever
So-
since it's
All right.
international.
Could I fly out of there to the States? Because it seems like a lot of it's just all Manila. If I could, I avoid Manila.
So,
Do you hear him?
yeah. Maki,
We got one of the dogs scratching at the door. Come on in, bud. His Royal Highness has made his entrance. That's a dog with a lot of personality.
Lawag International Airport.
Yeah, because every time I look up, because I think, when I could go back to the States to visit my grandkids and stuff like that, and my 2 daughters, it's always out of Manila, and I would love to avoid Manila. You know,
Mhm.
I would love to avoid Manila.
How far are you in Ilocos?
Now, Hey, Alan, how do you plan on I know your RV or whatever. Are you going to take the ferry across, which you can do out of Washington? You can take a ferry. They said it's like 8 hours, I think. I might be lying. I might be misinformed. They say you can get a ferry. They'll take you to I think it's Anchorage, and it's like an 8-hour float. I never did it. How far are we from Fort? I don't know, Myles.
I think it's more than an hour or exact an hour. Ilocos Hotel.
I was say if I have my phone, I look it up on the maps. Alvin, do you have a house here, or do you like rent? I believe you're married, right? All the way to the Arctic Ocean.
This is the Ilocos Hotel.
How far is it from here? See,
This is one.
we got Myles put it up. All right, here we go. Directions. What am I looking at?
I didn't do. Go back.
They got a room. You can get a room for 3,823 pesos a night.
1
This-
hour travel from here to.
Resort Hotel. This one right here. I don't know if you can see it, Alvin. Oh,
There you go.
looks like a nice place, but
Yeah.
it doesn't tell us. And that's for 2. Check-in is on August 13th. Check out August 14th. 3,290 pesos a night. Looks like a really nice place. But it doesn't, you pull up the map and it tells you everywhere else but there. I mean, every like Loag and stuff like that. So it has to be in this area. It has to be in, is it in the Ilocos Norte area?
In Lawag.
Oh, it's in Loag. Oh, Loag's an hour and a half. Yeah. Oh, he has a house. Pampanga.
Pampanga.
Yeah.
Hey, Pampanga.
What about it?
Near where the Angeles City. That is part of Pampanga.
Angeles City? So that's south of us.
South, yeah. Good morning, Phoebe. Good
Yeah.
morning.
I mean, I don't understand that, okay? Yeah, people that come here, they visit, and they're here for, and they might be married, to a Philippine woman or man, and they're here for a while, and they're like, because the Philippine has had a taste of the Western life, and they're like, I don't want to go back to this. You know what I'm saying? It's not a bad thing, and the Philippines is not bad. It's not for everybody. And I've said so many times in the past, if I wasn't with Myles, I wouldn't be here. I would not be here. Some of the things I see go down, and good morning from Southern Cal. How's life in Southern Cal, man? That's a good question, now, Darryl. Forty minutes outside of Angeles City.
Good morning, Manang Mita. Ilocano.
Where would I be if me and Myles didn't meet? I lived in Scotland for like 4.5 years in a town called Dunoon. It was awesome. It was great, And I always said that, if I retire, and cost of living there wasn't, well, at that time it wasn't expensive. We're talking like about 80, 88, 87, around that time frame. So a lot's changed. I'm a realist, but I was going to go visit there because I had, friends there, and that kind of like went away. But I love Scotland, Holy Loch, Scotland. It's up in the Highlands.
Hey, Misha. Hey, I'm here.
Hey, Misha. Yeah, Alan. I've already tried not to talk too much about that stuff, but it's very common where the ATM thing, and you're going to take care of me. And there's also, I have talked to Filipinos living in other countries. They say they get tired of that, where they get the emergency phone calls. Hey, mate. So what is going on? You're late. We talked about so many things. I gave away how much? I gave away 50,000 pesos. That Darryl got that. You missed that.
I'm always late.
No, you're not always late. 103 in Phoenix. Phoenix is dry heat, though. Philippines is humid, wet heat. It's humid. You're like, oh my God.
Phoenix is
Arizona. Nah, you're not. Actually, no, you're not. I mean, so usually you're like, along with who else? Sandy. You're there along with Sandy. So how you doing, Misha? You being good? So hopefully, when we're done here, no, we're not in a rush. We're gonna go get the laptop. And then whatever else Myles needs. She'll break out the secret list. We'll probably do lunch.
Yeah.
She's in Texas now. She's in southern Texas. Southern Texas is hot. Um, make sure you're fine. Don't worry about it.
Hannah.
You're fine. I didn't take any demerits from you. Homebody Hannah. Hey, what's up, man? You being good? LA is another, used to be a beautiful town. But they got their issues now. I think every city in the States has got their serious issues now. Serious issues.
1.5 hour
Palm Springs.
south of Palm Springs.
He knows Ian. Ian that works
That's it.
well. Ian that used to work at 7-Eleven. Yeah, we watched this vlogger. His name's Ian. Ian on YouTube.
Those bagos.
He was working at 7-Eleven. He used to vlog, do live vlogs at 7-Eleven. Well, I guess 7-Eleven corporate didn't like that, and they basically told the owners of the store either fire him or we're going to take his store away. Well, he quit. He left on his terms. But Ian, did you know Ian, man?
I heard from his last video, live stream, that he will going to open his own convenience store.
Hey, you know how much money it takes to open up a convenience
You
store?
don't know that because it's a long time doing the blog.
Mom, he's 30 years old.
Yeah.
Okay. He lives with his grandmother.
Mm-hmm. We don't know if him and Mando will actually.
Yeah, but you gotta have capital.
Yeah.
It's not like that. And this is not a put down, so don't take this the wrong way. Well, you could if you really wanted to. Like in the Philippines, people go if they get a knee-jerk reaction, they want to open up a sorry store. They go around borrowing money from people. Okay? You don't do that in the States. Both because number one, if you don't pay it back, they're coming after your ass.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Hey, Das Badoc. I don't know why I can never say his name. Das Bagos. Good morning. Thank you. Super chat. Super sticker. 99. 99. Don't expect it, but we are grateful. Thank you very much. Yeah. Are you gonna go live there? I love Scotland, man. I did. I love it. It's so beautiful there, and the people are awesome. It's always nice and green. People there are awesome. If I found out there was an ancestral home there, we'd be moving there. It's probably a lot easier for you to immigrate to Scotland than it is for you to immigrate to the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Just to move to Scotland.
That's easy.
Actually, the exchange rate sucks. It's like 2 for 1. For every pound, it's $2. So
So
the exchange rate sucks. But see, when I always think about living, I was by myself. What? Which one? Yes, I still have a bicycle. Yes, it's sitting in the garage. I dust it off every once. I know I need to go out. I need to get off my butt and start going back to my usual routine, you know?
mhm.
Walking, riding my bike, you know? Hey, Rodney, how you doing, man? Glad to see you here. Glad to see you here. We do appreciate it. He's lucky. He's got a, not him, but his family, his ancestors. You know what's pretty cool about, not only, not, it's probably, but in Scotland, you'll be riding along the road, and all of a sudden you look over somewhere and you'll see a castle there. You know, now, it's not like Buckingham Palace or anything like that, but there's castles where the clans, in the clan, and the clan leader would, from my understanding, the clan leader would live in that, reside in that castle. But like I said, it wasn't huge by any standard, but it was a castle. But they side up with the English.
What is sultanship?
Ah. Well, yeah, it was. I did a lot of research on it. You know, what it takes is somebody to report you. Okay, and a lot of folks around here, they know me. Okay, they know I'm not a predator. Okay, they know I'm not a sex fiend. You know, in other words, asking inappropriate questions to young ladies, and they were kind of like, yeah, and like the market, they were all asking me because they look at that. See, a lot of people like the OFWs are living in like working in Canada, Hong Kong, or anywhere else that were from Badoc. They like watching my videos because they can see people they know. And a lot of people like the market was saying, "Why don't you video anymore?" And I told them, I said, "Well, they have a law in the books, but now they're starting to enforce it, and I just don't want to get into trouble." And then one person came and said, "The only way you can get in trouble is somebody reports you." And I don't think anyone here in the Phil in Badoc will report you because you're not doing inappropriate things. And but also talking to people that legal minds, they told me go ahead and put as you all notice here lately, put the disclaimer up there in the very beginning saying that hey, if you got a problem with this video because you're in it, you need to contact me and I can either take it down or blur you out. That kind of helps a lot. So now, if somebody comes up to me and says, either give me 30,000 pesos, I'm going to turn you in, you say, number one, that's extortion, which is against the law in the Philippines. Number two is I'll just take it down because in the beginning of my videos, I say that. They're not the extortion thing. They know they can get in a lot of trouble for that. A lot of trouble for that. You know, Weston, Robert the Bruce came out the same time as the Highlander, not the Highlander, but the one with Mel Gibson and God wasn't the Highlander. Well, anyway, that came out around the same time as that movie. The one with what's his name in it, Mel Gibson, and it kind of overshadowed it. So the Bruce didn't really become like that. God, I can't remember the name of that movie now. I've seen the movie like 100 million times. You know what I mean? But yeah, that Bruce, I believe the Bruce came out the same time. But that other movie, what was it called? It's just like, yes, Braveheart. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. No, Braveheart. That overshadowed the Bruce, and it didn't get the traction. Yes, we do ride the motorbikes, not as often as we should. If we, we decide to, we haven't rode them. I'm not gonna lie, we haven't rode them in a while.
Yeah.
It's just that we'd rather walk. We're very content living in the confines of the town. There's people say, well, there's not a McDonald's there's not a Jollibee, there's not a mall. Exactly. They got the market, which is cheap. All right. You compare prices at the market, then going to a supermarket. It's like what? How much you think is cheaper at the market than going to like Save More, or Save a Lot, whatever the name of the place is.
The transportation alone is already expensive. And then if you go to that supermarket and the local market, I prefer to go to the local market than there. Because sometimes the one you want to buy they don't have here, and you can find it there.
Yeah, that is frustrating. Like yesterday, I went out to find what is it at? Oh, here it is.
Microphone.
Yeah, lavalier. Okay. Found out yesterday with testing it. This lavalier works very, very good with the wireless. Okay, I ordered two more. All right, they're not expensive. They're like 300 pesos a piece. So I ordered two more. One for me, or I got this one for Myles, and then I'll have a backup. We walked yesterday looking for it at all these electronic shops. Nobody had them. See, that's one of the downfalls of living in a small town. There's a lot of things you can't get here. But how many times have we planned, like today, we'll say, okay, Myles, tomorrow, let's go to Lawag and go to the mall and get this, this, and this. And then tomorrow comes and we're like, we really don't want to go. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, no, I'll pass.
Next week we will go.
See, next week.
Next week we will go to SM Mall.
Yes, Braveheart. I don't know why.
That is close to airport.
Not Dirty Harry. No,
Dirty Harry?
No, it's not Dirty Harry. He's joking. Hopefully.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully he was joking. But no, it's not Dirty Harry. Yeah, that movie overshadowed it. I've seen the movie The Bruce. It's a good movie. But like I said, Braveheart overshadowed it. And it didn't grab the traction like Braveheart did. Here we go. Misha. Yeah, Myles. So wait a minute.
Love the flower.
Yeah, there's pants you use there's a name. What fashion style is that where they're like real, they're not baggy around the waist, but they're not tight on the legs. There's a style that's a type of pants, but I can't remember the name of them. But we'll get to that. I bought you like 3 or 4 sets like that.
Wow.
And yes, and you never wear them.
What one?
The ones you got in their room. That Myles got in the.
There are 2 only.
I thought there was like 3. No. I'm not talking about that. No, you didn't start anything, Misha. It was just conversation. What was it, Christmas?
Yeah.
Or maybe not Christmas, maybe your birthday, where I got you those clothes. You never wear them.
Hey, Dad.
No, you didn't start anything.
They're big.
They're big?
Yes.
What do you mean they're big? They're too big around the waist? Or they're too long?
Too big also the the shirts.
Well, you told me that you don't like wearing tight clothes.
No, just like big. Very big.
Why you say something?
You see?
We could, if you tried them on like the day you got them. If you tried them on, we could return them and exchange them for a smaller size. It's too late in the game now.
You order that in Lazada.
Yes,
From
you can.
Lazada.
Yeah, you can return them and get it, and exchange them for something different. It ain't no big deal. Yeah, we
Yeah.
tripping around. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've gone to the beach, but you know, everybody's like, go to the beach, go to the beach. The beach is like what? How far? On bicycle, it takes you like 30 minutes. All right, but you go there and you're like, okay, it's not like the beaches that you would see in like in some of these other vlogs. Okay, it's not a tourist destination. It's a lot of trash. And I was kind of like, okay. And Myles don't even like going there, you know, because she was like, now there's a,
the beach here in
no, I'm talking about the one that has the floating huts.
It's not the.
It's very crowded, very, very crowded, okay? And it's just, you're like, okay, is this it? And it seems like there's, like, the parking there is supposed to be free. Supposed to be. And it just seems like they try to nickel and dime. You know, when you show up, some people, they want money from you for everything. And then other people, they don't want anything from them. So you're like, you know.
Where Daryl in
What's the name of that beach?
La Virgen Milagrosa Beach?
What's the beach we went to with the floating pumpkin?
La Virgen.
Who?
La Virgen.
Gotta talk.
La Virgen La Milagrosa Beach.
No, but it had the floating pontoons and everything like that there. It's not that far. If you take the road that's right next, it's right next to the yellow house. Is that how you get to it? The road from the yellow house?
No.
No. I know it's this road here. If you walk down our road, okay, and headed south, and then you run to the main road, if you take a right and you just follow that road all the way to the beach, okay? Matter of fact, I think it ends at the beach. All right, that's what I'm talking about. There's really, it's just like, you're like, okay. And at first, I thought it was all right because we went there and it was okay, but then the first time. But then after that, it just seemed, it was a downer. Like I said, it's a non-tourist spot. All right, all the locals go there, which that's not a bad thing, okay? But it just, they pick and choose who's going to pay for stuff. I'm not talking about the people, you know, the tourists there or whatever. I'm just talking about parking. It's supposed to be free, but they want to charge me. You know? And if you got a blanket laying, and it has happened to me. Say you got a blanket laying and you're laying, you know, you're sitting on the beach, okay? You got a blanket down. You get up, you get in the water, you come back, somebody's laying there. And you're like, this is my spot. What are you doing, man? And I just don't want to deal with that. I'm sorry. I don't want to deal with that. But they do. Yeah, they're good people, man. The owners of the yellow house. The husband or the man is a retired Marine, U.S. Marine, and the wife is a retired Marine's wife.
What?
She's good too. Smart.
The owners of Yellow House has owned 2 floating cottage.
Who's that? I don't know who that is.
Pure gold talent. Is it?
I don't know who that is.
It's La Virgen Milagrosa. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, that beach has a lot of history where, you know, I do question it sometimes. I'm like, oh. But they said 2 statues floated up on the shores. One was the Mother Mary. The other one was Jesus on the cross, and they were heavy. So how they float? You know what I'm saying?
No, they float.
I'm not saying they, huh?
They float.
Yeah, but they're heavy. How they float?
We don't know if they are heavy when they are float. They are floating, so that means they're not heavy. But if then when they are already in the on the seashore,
the beach.
yeah, they people wants to take any one of them, but they cannot take the Mama Mary from Ilocos North. Ilocos North, they want Mama Mary. They cannot carry her.
Yes, well, Mama Mary is here.
Yeah. So
the statue of Mama Mary in the church is the statue that they found that floated up on shore. Okay, and then the Jesus on the cross at the church at the beach, that's there. Okay, because the reason why that's not here in Badoc is because it was too heavy to carry at that time. And we're talking 1800s, all right, or maybe earlier. I'm not sure. But I'm trying to figure out if they're so heavy, how they float. That's what I'm just.
Nah, they are float because it's a miracle.
Yes, it is a miracle.
They float. That's why.
I'm not saying the story's a lie. Okay, I'm not saying that. I'm trying to figure out how they float. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all. I'm not saying it's untrue. I'm not saying that, Myles. I'm just saying my head is like, okay, how they float, or were they on something? Or were they on like a mini boat, like a boat? You know what I mean?
Maybe.
You know, I wasn't there. I don't know.
Maybe.
I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying how they float. That's what I'm saying.
So
And the church at the beach. I don't know if you saw the church. It's a very small church.
Yeah, Mama Mary and Jesus Christ church.
No. I'm talking about the church at the shore, at the beach.
Yeah.
The one they built for that statue of Jesus on the cross.
Yeah.
It's small.
And there is the statue of Mama Mary also, which is the bench, the chair are kind of like roots.
I don't know.
Just near the beach.
Yeah, I saw it too. But you want to know something? I don't know what it was though. I mean, this was a video I made a few years ago. Something stopped me from videoing that statue. I don't know what it was, but I just felt it was kind of disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? I didn't video it.
We went inside that small church.
We can walk in. I mean, it's not locked.
That church is belong to Jesus Christ already. Which is that place already Ilocos Norte.
See, I just have a hard. A lot of people ask me, like the church here. A lot of people ask me, "Why don't you video?" I just feel like it's not right. You know, a church, no matter what religion, is supposed to be a peaceful place where you don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry about your privacy. You know what I mean? And that's why I just don't feel right videoing inside of a church. It's out of respect for the people inside of it. You know what I mean?
You cannot do that.
But this church you can video, and there you can video. Like I said, I don't like to. I'll video the outside the church, the side, the back, whatever, the top if I could. But I just don't. I just don't feel right videoing inside of the church because it's a place sanctuary. It's supposed to be a safe spot. You don't have to worry about anything. You know. And people are there for all different reasons, making their peace.
Yeah.
You know. Thank you there, Miss Misha. I just don't feel right doing it. I don't. And unfortunately, the inside the church here in Badoc it's beautiful. I'm into architect stuff, okay, and everything. I'm sorry, everything inside that church is handmade. It wasn't mass produced or anything like that. Everything in that church is handmade. The church is handmade. The bell tower is handmade. Everything, and I respect that.
old bell tower.
I think if a priest came to me and asked me, "Hey, we want you to," and the priest was with me doing it, videoing, I feel a little bit more comfortable. But just walking in there, like I've seen people just walk into places of God, whatever religion it is, okay, and just start videoing. It's wrong. I just think it's wrong.
You go there during weekdays, no? Don't go there Friday. Don't go there Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't feel comfortable doing it. That's all. It's weird. I know it's weird, but I just don't feel comfortable. That's supposed to be a safe place, a sanctuary. People are there making their peace, you know. And I don't have the right to go in there with a camera, where you know, where people it makes people. I don't care what anybody is, no matter where you are, even in public. When a lot of people feel uncomfortable when somebody's videoing you. They feel uncomfortable. They could be the most beautifulest woman. They could be the most handsomest man in the world. They feel uncomfortable. Like, why is this guy videoing me? You know? Now, here on Badoc, believe it or not, a lot of these people, they try to get my videos. You know what I mean? Because like I said, a lot of them have families or OFWs or living in another country, and their families watch my vlogs because they know chances are that they'll see somebody they know. That's why people love when I go to the market. I really don't like doing the market on Mondays, but people say, "Hey, can you do the market? Can you do the market? Can you do the market?" I was like, and I understand. You know, I'm living in Hong Kong or I'm living in Canada, and I have a lot of friends in the market, and I like to see them. I understand it.
I see one YouTuber. What's it? That one in the church over there. What? That's very disrespectful.
It's.
No. Not except those cameramen who will took.
Now I could see, and I don't know if you agree or disagree with me. Like living in the Philippines, sometimes a family member can't get back to the Philippines. Okay, so you'll have a family member videoing, parts of the funeral, whatever, for personal use, not for public use. That's different. Yeah. But me, no, I wouldn't.
No.
I think it's creepy. You'll see it on Facebook sometimes where a person will be laid out in a coffin and they take a picture of it and post it on Facebook. I'm like, that is so freaking creepy. I don't want to see that, But the people in the Philippines look at death totally different. Totally different. They look at it like that person's going home, if you know what I'm talking about. They're going to go meet their maker. They don't look at it as, a bad thing. The average wake is 9 days. Yeah. They're not like the States where as soon as they pronounce you dead, they put you in the ground. They're not like that. They celebrate the person's life. Yeah, it is. Like I said, man, it's just like I said. If it's a family member doing it for somebody, like, all right, Dowell's married to a Philippine woman, okay, and she lives in Texas. If her family member passes away here, okay, and for some reason or another, she can't make it back here. Where the family member will video certain parts of it, and they send it to Florence. That's different. That's totally different, okay? Making her feel like she's, a part of it. But me walking into, say, the church, and when somebody, going through a funeral service and start videoing, and I don't even know who it is, that's just so disrespectful. And I've seen it too happen. It's like, do you know that guy? No. Then why are you doing that? That's so wrong on so many levels. Let's get away from this conversation. But like I said, it's just. Yeah, see, was it for personal use, or was it being put out in the public? Like, I don't know. They even put it on Facebook, man. Like I said, when they have a person laying out, it's like, oh man, I don't want to see that. You know, I get creeps. I get the creeps. Yeah, homebody, you got to be honest, man. Americans are like they live in, yeah. I mean, yeah. But I think the whole world's getting like that, you know, where they live in that moment and everything's got to be now, you know. And I think that's why. What are you laughing at? Yeah, I know. I mean, that is just a cycle, you know, of death, but let's not dwell on it. But it's true, man. It's true. The Philippines, and though you know that, they look at death totally different than some other places in the world. The monkey's doing good. He's over here over by the door laying down. And PA doesn't surprise me. And people from Pennsylvania are so rude. I'm from Pennsylvania.
That's the Pennsylvania, the what's that? Um, the American blogger also, the one had period that he left the family here. He brought one of his son.
No, he's from Ohio. Remember, I don't know if she's talking about Rickshaw. Yeah, he's from Ohio, which is right next to PA. Myles. Blame Myles there, Daryl. No, actually,
I will show it to you.
They did. They showed a typhoon, the symbol for a typhoon. They had that in the north. Then they had another one that was like more southern, and then they had another one. It was like it was weird. It was like in between it, but it was farther out to sea.
Yeah, actually, there's a new low pressure area right now, but it's still in quite far away.
Yeah, I watched Rickshaw. I watched them. The only time it kind of bothered me is when he started getting political, and it was like, stop. No, he's living over. Oh, he lives in the Philippines. Okay, Misha. Yeah, I respect. You know, like I said, a lot of times, and you learn being here. Okay, well, it could be anywhere. That when, like, say, if I'm videoing and I walk into somewhere and everybody's doing everything they can to hide their faces, that tells me they don't want to be on video, and I turn it off. I respect them, but then you get the ones that, like, I walk in, the camera could even ask Myles, the camera's not even on, and they get all like all bright eyed, you know. It's like, and then I'll turn it on, you know. But I'm not in their faces. I don't ask inappropriate. Well, number one, Myles would beat my butt, but I don't ask. You know, there's no need for that. Me personally, and like, hold on, Weston, relax, man. She's looking it up right now.
Look at that.
Well, he's asking the question. I already know where you get it from.
Website. If you.
What's the website?
And the.
Let me see. No, it's just
weather forecast. Philippine weather forecast.
Yeah, Philippine weather forecast. I've seen it because she
Can
showed
see that this is the new track.
Okay, yeah, they said.
There we go. That is the new. This is the one that I am talking about. A new one.
New LPA.
These are the previous, the first 3.
It's not. All I'm seeing is a Philippine daily weather update.
Mm-hmm.
This is on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Facebook though. Look up Philippine daily weather update, and you can. Your wife would understand because it's backwards. But yeah, it's in Ilocano. So your wife would understand. It says Philippine daily weather update,
Tagalog.
and it's on Facebook. Where were we at, man? Okay. Hey, Lisa, to give you a heads up, when you're talking about the Philippines, it's PI. Yeah, I used to do the same mistake too. People are like, what do you mean Pennsylvania? No, I'm talking about the Philippines. No, you're talking about Pennsylvania. It's PI.
PI.
Yeah. Okay, I got this one right here. This is
Christopher.
well, Christopher. That's an ongoing conversation between my. She annoys me, man, and I'll tell you why. All right. Let me. I'll state my case, and you're more than willing. She needs to go back to therapy, physical therapy. And she's like, no need. And I was like, and she talks about once in a while that her wrist, because she broke her wrist on her left. Is it your left? Yeah, your left. And I said, Myles, you were fine when you were going through therapy because the therapist knows what they're doing and was doing certain things, and you were fine. And all of a sudden you stop. She goes, when I stopped, I was fine. I said, yeah, in that moment you were fine, okay, because the things that she was doing was working for you. But now, when's the last time you had a session? To be honest.
The last time is
March, okay. So all the work that therapist did all the way up until March is kind of degressing now.
4 hours. 4 months already.
And I keep on telling her, she's always talking about the money. Myles, I don't give an F about the money, okay? I don't. Come on, man. Let's.
Actually, she always send me message, Mom, can we when will you want to continue your session?
And I used to pay this. I'm OCD when it comes to paying bills. Instead of paying weekly like a lot of people do, I would say I would pay her, at the beginning of every month, I'd pay her for the whole month. So the money was gone. Who gives a shit, right? It's an ongoing, it's not an argument, okay? No, it's like, Myles, you need to go back to therapy. No need. What do you mean no need? The money. I don't care about the freaking money. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Just like the doctor was talking about on her wrist, she's got a lump on the where the plate was, right? And the doctor wants to take it out. There's a screw that's backing out, and he says, take it out. No need. But see, the last time I checked, you don't have the word doctor and you don't have the word MD before or after your name. Yeah, see, I sound like an asshole, but I'm just quality of life. It's all about quality of life. No, we're not rich, but we know how to manage our money. We don't go spending money on stuff that we don't need. Well, man, where am I at? Okay. Hey, thank you, Timothy. Super sticker 9.99. We don't expect it, but we do appreciate it. Thank you, Timothy. Thank you very much. That'll go towards marriage therapy. There you go. See, Timothy said, here's $9.99. Go to therapy. So if you don't go back to therapy, you got to give that money back to him. Isn't that right, Timothy? How does Myles keep it? She washes it. Nah, I noticed that. I don't know if it's all Philippine, even the men, their hair is always shiny.
Yeah.
It's always shiny. Maybe it's in their genes. But yes, Myles washes it every day, right? So do I. I wash my hair every day. You got this sweat. You sweat, man. And the dust and the humidity. But yeah, she does have
A little bit curly.
her hair used to be longer.
Yeah.
Her hair used to be down to her butt. And then one time she came to me and she's like, well, I want to get a cut. And I was like, I really didn't want to. I'm not going to lie. I really didn't want her to, but it's her hair. Okay. And she got a cut. And then what, a week later, you were kind of, she was getting, she has beautiful, Myles has beautiful hair. Beautiful hair. And she worried about the grays. And I said, who cares?
No more hair, no more gray. Joy, remove all the gray.
That's fine, Nisha, man. Hey, it's fine. Yeah, like I said, I used to put PA. Maybe same thing, but people are like, dude, what do you mean Pennsylvania? What are you talking about? No big deal. Thank you, doll. Thank you. See, everybody's saying you should go back. She don't listen. I'm just a dumbass Americano, man. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. You treat Myles like shit. Okay, buddy. Thank you. Thank you for noticing. First warning. Oh, okay, I got you. I didn't see that. That's just one of these, probably a bully or doesn't have anybody in their life and they're miserable. I don't worry about them.
Thank you, Dad. Thank you.
See, how would I say this without coming across as an ass?
Mish.
Hey, like I said, when somebody like that comes on here, okay, just saying negative things, just goodbye. But it's up to you. I don't tell you people what to do. Yeah, so that's my argument with Myles. I'm not worried about the money, Every month, at the beginning of every month, I say, Myles, how much do we need to put aside for therapy? No need. I said, Myles, you need to go back. What are you scared of? There's nothing to be fearful of.
No, supposed to be she will come here this month, but it seems the schedule already arranged, and she cannot rearrange again. Maybe she feel embarrassed to those other patients that already post or schedule the days.
Oh, so it's a scheduling
Yeah.
thing. Oh, okay, I got you. Then you should. Yeah, Alvin. If you start, you start vlogging in the field or anywhere in the world, you'll get them. They're miserable people that have nothing better to do try to make your life miserable. So what you should do then is like now, or it might be too late. Say, hey, can I schedule for next month? When's the last time you talked to her? Text or call?
Before I went to Lasap.
And what'd you tell her?
Maybe next.
Well, once you confirm it,
Ilocos.
we're all going to hold you this to you, Myles. We would like you to confirm it sometime today, saying, okay, can you schedule me for next month? This is an ongoing thing, people. Ongoing with us. She's so worried about the money. I'm like, Myles, we got the money, How much was it? It was like
four session. If you
you having two
or
sessions.
next 4 session. Next month.
Now you having 2 sessions a week.
Once a week only.
Okay, we'll agree upon once a week.
Yeah.
Okay, and that was how much? 600 pesos per session,
4
which is $3.
sessions.
$3. Where in the States can you get a session, a 1 hour long session with a physical therapy
More
for
than
$3?
an hour. Almost 2
Well,
hours sometimes.
actually, yeah, she come in here and she'd be here for like
Until
more than an
I
hour,
finished
2
my
hours.
complete exercise. Less than 2 hours. It's four session for next month.
Did you? Well, you got to tell her that. You can tell me all day long. You got to tell her that.
Yeah, because if once a week is 4 days for 4 sessions.
Where am I? Oh, okay. Hey, Badoc.
Journey in food.
Do you have a YouTube channel there, Johnny and Badoc?
What's that? The session is around $11.
I don't have my phone conversion. No, it's 600 pages per session. So that's roughly around $3.
Yeah.
I always go by, even if it's like 57 pesos to the dollar, I always just go by 50 pesos to the dollar. And this is how much Myles enjoyed Christmas. Myles will get her a Christmas gift, right? And when she got married, you gave her a wedding gift, right? Am I thinking wrong?
No. The wedding gift? No.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, it's too late now. The wedding, it's going in.
The wedding is April. Was April.
Was what?
April.
Yeah, April. But where in the States can you get a therapy for that much, that low of amount? And she's good, man. They're all certified. Okay, there was Filipinos that, like her last therapist went for her neck when she had a surgery on her neck. Okay, she went from here to Hawaii, from Hawaii to California, and she's doing the same exact thing. I mean, so it ain't like they don't teach them right here. They do.
Yeah, she's good. My first therapy. My first
The first one. She was cool.
She was good.
What does Myles want for Christmas? She told me she wants a new husband.
Who?
She wants a boy toy. She wants some young 20-something-year-old guy from Australia.
Darren, you asked me what I want for Christmas. I want multiple visa going to US.
Good luck with that. I told you what you need to. Well, not now, you can't. But at one time, I said all you got to do is fly into Mexico, then walk your way up. You'd be good.
Illegal.
Yeah.
That is illegal.
Yeah,
You know already that they are firing alien.
Yeah, but at the time, I'm talking about back then, not now, but back then. Hilltop. It's probably going to be a beautiful home.
Hilltop studio house.
Probably going to be a beautiful home.
Journeys in.
All right, Tony. Thank you for showing up. We do appreciate it. You have a good night.
Tony Way. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you. See, everybody's saying you should go to therapy. I'm not staying alone on this thing. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, thank you.
No, I'm talking because they're supporting me. I'm trying to get you to go to therapy. Sometimes you just like, I'm talking to, and don't take this the wrong way, people. You feel like you're talking to a wall, the importance of something. And even in the therapist, I told the therapist, I think in the beginning when Myles was telling us she was going to stop, I think the therapists were thinking that I was saying something, you know what I mean? But I talked to her one time, I said, no, I want her to go, because I noticed when she was going for therapy for the neck surgery, okay, and the girl was doing it, the girl left, okay, and that the therapy studio kind of went downhill. It became all about money, okay, which is uncool, and it kind of went downhill. So Myles stopped going, and I could see that it was a bad idea for you to stop going. So when this happened with your arm, it was like, okay, cool, and you got it. We were very, very fortunate, very lucky to get a good therapist that actually cared. Okay, it wasn't all about money with her. You know what I'm saying? You just stopped. And it was like the money. I said, I couldn't give a shit about the money, We don't drink. We don't go out running around like fools. I don't know, man. Though, I thought when whatever country they're from, marries a U.S. citizen, I thought that was kind of like a kicker, and it makes life really easy for that person to come in the United States as long as they're married to that citizen. Because I know a lot of military guys, and maybe because it's different in the military, where you marry a foreigner, and it kind of like opens a lot of doors for that person as far as coming to the United States. Has that changed? Like Vietnam, when guys were marrying Vietnamese, and Korea, when guys were marrying Koreans, it was almost like automatically, Amidamni, you were a U.S. citizen. I don't know. The world is changing, I guess. I guess the U.S. government has trust issues. So, Del, when you and Florence got married, were you in the Philippines when you got married, or did she come to the States, do that the fiance visa, and then you get married? Or like I said, did you get married here?
Florence,
They got married here?
No, in U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Maybe it was never like that, but the movies proceeded to be that way. But you got married and all of a sudden that person come to the United States because they were married to a U.S. citizen. I don't know. I believe the movies, Myles. I believe Hollywood.
I was there.
See, that's what I thought. I think that's what you told me last time you were here. I think. Let me see. Okay. That's why I remember you were telling me you got married here. At least that's what I believed. I don't know. But as Daryl says, they did. Yeah, TDY. Oh, you went Aquaman.
Okinawa.
I can't say it.
Okinawa, Japan.
Yeah, Japan. I love Japan. Now, did she have to go through did she have to jump through a bunch of hoops to come to the United States? It was just like, she's married to a U.S. military guy. Pack your stuff, you're going back, you're going to the States. Man, I wish they could tell me how many people were here.
Darrell, how many people in the house?
In the house.
In the house.
In the house.
The-
I mean, I could do it just by. Let me see something. No, I'm afraid to. I'm afraid we'll lose a connection. Doing the pizza. Nothing wrong with that.
What's that?
He said that he didn't know enough of the Philippine culture at the time. Well, everybody can read it.
Her grandparents.
Her parents were there. Her grandparents. I took them to pizza for dinner. So you all, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's simple. Nothing wrong.
20.
Just like us before, we just go to the municipality and sign the contract, and then we go back home. We eat something that.
Okay, what are you guys talking about? 20 and 19. Oh, okay. Never mind. I know it. Hello. Never mind. He's talking about. Yeah, I don't get it. But see, you got to. We don't. It's not like our channel's known for lives. Oh, there's times. Believe me, like during the week, I say, I think about going live. Then I'm like,
20.
But there is channels that's all they do is lives. Maybe I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. I don't know. It's their thing. Now, if I had more people here, like your granddaughter Christina, if she was here, I would have her involved in our lives. We have more. If it was just like a vlog, like a podcast, I even thought about getting another table going this way, and just having people that could speak decent English, okay? Because if you don't, it ain't gonna help. And just have a podcast, not asking inappropriate questions. That's just I don't do that. But asking back and forth questions, like a lot of. Believe it or not, there's a lot of Filipinos are curious about like England, the U.S., and if there's anybody that like a foreigner living here, like from England or from Australia or something like that, I would have them on the podcast. You see, there isn't very many foreigners living in this area. Now we have one, but he's like back and forth. What's her name? Curtis's, Mr. Curtis. They go back and forth from here to Florida.
Stay humble.
Hello, Myles and Brent from the East Coast.
What's East Coast?
Stay humble. Where do you live? Florida? Oh, 21. Like Elvin. I would love to have. I'm sorry, I skipped Elvin. Sorry about that guy. Like Elvin, I would like to have him on the podcast if he lived close to here. Have just talking about your experiences, instead of having a script, because I hate scripts. Okay, just free talk, talking about different things that are going on. How your average Filipino and honestly feels about foreigners living in their country. What a foreigner, no matter what country they're from, what they experienced when they first got here. Because everybody has their own stories. Everybody.
It's like talking about all over the place.
Yeah, well, it's called conversation.
Yeah. Christopher.
How we first met. I mean, we met on Facebook, and we were talking, and there was nothing. To be honest with that, I wasn't looking for it to go anywhere. Okay, because I went through I was in a bad relationship, not with her, but with It was bad, man. It was bad. And I know everybody says it was bad. No, it was bad. And I didn't want anything to do with relationships. And we started talking and blah, blah. And how long were we talking before I came and visit? Was it almost a year or more? Yeah.
How long?
Yeah, we'll be talking. It's about a
No,
year.
no, not even a year.
Yeah. I think
Less than 1 year.
All right, we'll say less for argument's sake. And then I came to visit, and I was like, Myles is pretty cool. She wasn't, oh, my uncle was in a motorcycle accident and he needs open heart surgery and he might need a new leg. It was not, them conversations never happened. I never heard the words "I love you" come out of her mouth because I think both of us went through bad relationships. I know she did, okay, but it was just a friendship-based relationship. That wasn't, I don't know about Myles, I can't speak for her, but I wasn't looking for it to go anywhere. It was just somebody, I was in a truck, I was all by myself, really didn't talk to anybody outside the truck, So it was nice to talk to somebody that wasn't in the trucking industry. Because the last thing you want to do is drive a truck, living in a truck, and then go into a restaurant or talk to somebody about trucks. Okay, that's
boring.
Actually, I hated it. I hated doing it, but I knew at that time that's what I needed to do.
Delaware.
When we first met, when we flew into what was that?
Yes.
No. Where did I fly in? Tigaro, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I remember driving to Lasalle, and I was like, "Oh my God, where are we going? Am I being kidnapped? Are they going to kill me?" Because it was like in the middle of nowhere. Dirt roads with dirt roads.
You don't know because we just get the long way from Tuguegarao to Lasam, but if it is not because when we passing by the stop,
Yeah.
if 4 o'clock in the afternoon we can still cross the river.
And then when I came here to live, I visited here a couple of times. We bought property in Lassam with thinking we were going to do things, but then, of course, the events that happened, it was like I went to Myles. I said I can't live here, man. I can't live in this town. Just a lot of negativity, negative things happen. So Myles had a friend that lived in Badoc, Mary Lou, and she was telling her about Badoc. So Myles came here, and then she found this house, and she said, "Hey, I found this house. It's really nice. You need to come look at it." Well, how many months when I came here to visit? I came here to visit.
I found this October, November, December, January, February. Came here.
Yeah, I came here. I looked at it, and it was like, this ain't bad. I walked around around the town, and everything like that. It reminded me of a lot of a Philippine version of Mayberry. That's not a bad thing. She probably doesn't know. She doesn't know what I'm talking about with Andy Griffin and all that. Was it Andy Griffin? Who cares? But I was like, yeah, and the price was good. It wasn't bad. I paid what, $30,000 for this? No,
more than 20.
Yeah, more than 20. I can't remember the exact amount. Paid $2 million for it, 2 million pesos. But after everything was said and done, we found out we could probably got it for lower than that amount.
Yeah.
But it was too late. It was already done. So don't argue about it. Now, when I first got here, everything was hunky dory. Everything was great. And then 3 months later, the big shutdown happened.
Okay.
And we were
lockdown.
The lockdown happened, and it was kind of like, oh my God. And it was all right at first, but then things started getting worse. Man, that they started throwing all these new rules at us. And I was kind of thinking to myself, did I make a mistake here? Did I make a mistake? And then during that time frame, Myles became ill, lost things as far as her health started getting worse and worse. So we took her to Black Angus, is it Angus and Nice, the hospital.
Black Nazareth.
Like the Black Nazareth, and come find out she had a large mass growing in her neck.
2022.
Yeah. It was like, wow. And they were talking cancer. And I was like, oh man, I don't know if I can do this. But it wasn't. It wasn't. You know, they always give you the worst, you know, because if it doesn't happen, everything's real good, and you're like, oh, you're cool, doctor, you're wonderful, you're my God, you know. But it wasn't. It was just like a mass going in on that. And it was you. They bung it out, and I don't know why they did this. And I was kind of like, why the hell are they doing this? They bung it out in a bowl to show me it.
You should
And she told me I should have took a picture. I was like, what?
Because they are going to keep that one for preserve. For
No, they biopsied it. They didn't keep, they biopsied it.
They keep that one in
I don't
a
know.
jar.
It was the size of a large egg. I'm serious. I'm not, and it was a white. All right. And I was like, that was in her freaking neck. And of course, the sciatic nerve ran through it. So that was a problem, you know, the nerve and everything like that. At least that's what the doctor said. The nerve ran through it. So that's why she needed therapy to get. I mean, her left arm wasn't paralyzed, but it was limited use. That left arm it's been through hell. You know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was just like, I didn't sign up for this. You know, I wasn't mad at her, so don't get it the wrong way. But it was hard. And that's what got us to this point. Now, we had our differences, you know. In other words, it took me a while to get her to understand this. My only responsibility here in the Philippines is you. Nobody else. They can dislike it. I don't care. You know, I'm not their ATM. I'm not their bank. I'm not their, you know, I'm not part of the, you know, some made it clear that I wasn't part of the family. Okay, don't come to me and ask for shit then, okay? And that's the mind frame, you know, that's the mindset. And don't tell me it doesn't happen because it happened to me. And it has happened to other people. You're not part of the family, but you're going to help us. Delaware. Yeah, that's right, Stanley. That's right. You live like really, I'm southeastern Pennsylvania, so we're close. Yeah, I'm just curious about that. What, like I said, maybe Hollywood would just lie to us. Because I've always thought once you marry a U.S. citizen, boom, you're good. End of story. But it doesn't seem that way. Yeah, Alvin, matter of fact, you're married, right? You're married to a Filipino woman. You know, it'd be nice. I mean, we can meet if you live far from me. Does he live far?
Yes, in Pampanga.
Is that far?
It's only 6 hours, 7 hours.
Yeah, we had to like meet halfway, you know. Do a weekend, you know.
They are close to Manila.
Manila? Yeah, no, actually, if you're saying that now, though, why were you telling me to quit being an ass? Nah, he didn't say that, man. That was a good guy, man. He is. He's only got one flaw, and his wife knows what that is. He's got one flaw. And when I try to talk to him, and that one flaw, he knows what I'm talking about. His wife knows what I'm talking about. What part? Lasam.
What part of Lasam does he go?
Lasam's in what? Region 3, right?
Region
Now,
2.
Why do you keep on thinking 3?
Region 3 is in Pampanga.
All right, we're Region 1. Okay, Badoc, Ilocos Norte is Region 1. Well, actually, there's other But her hometown is a reason too, Lasam, and it's what province is that?
Province Cagayan.
I can't say it. Don't ask.
Cagayan.
Yeah, and it's on the east coast. In other words, now, if we didn't have the mountain sitting in front of us and they had a road, the trip from here to Badoc to her hometown is shorter. But there's a mountain there and there is no roads. It's directly straight east from us. But we had to go up, we had to go north, and then east, and then south to get because of the road, the national highway. Just it is what it is.
Going through the high mountain.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice house. I think when we first got it, because what paint? It was like a pink color. The house.
Yeah.
And I was like,
outside.
actually, the tiles on the ports, tiles on the banister. That's the color it was, and I was like, no, I can't do that. And we started painting it, and it was kind of like this. I hate painting. Anybody knows me, I hate painting. Don't I, Mom?
Mm-hmm.
I hate painting with a passion. And we got it painted, and everybody's like, that's a nice color. But the funny thing is, after and it might be a coincidence, I don't know, but after we painted the house the way it's painted with the light and the dark green, how many houses did you start seeing where people were painting their houses the same colors, the light gray and the dark gray?
Is already the common. You can see that is the common color of houses here already. Not only the house, many houses painted.
Yeah, no.
Dark
after we painted, you started seeing more and more. Yeah.
The house.
We're a trendsetter, Myles. We're a trendsetter.
The tall house there.
That tall house there was painted. That house was built after we painted the house.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes. And it painted the same color.
Okay.
Which is fine. It's fine.
Your house is not the model.
We're a trendsetter. We're a trendsetter. But the only thing we got left to do in the house is I got to get it's not leaking, but we have to get the roof replaced. Okay. But I'm trying to decide should I have it a light gray or a dark gray to color the house.
Just like
I think the same color as the trimming.
Where did we send that house they are renovating now?
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
long span roof.
Yeah.
That's
they have
color.
The way our roof is now, that's the traditional style, right?
Yeah.
The half piping, but they're coming out with better improved styles.
Yeah.
It's more flat. It's not round. It's more flat, and what color? The dark gray.
Dark
right?
gray.
Yeah, dark gray. There's a long one. You ready?
Darlene, magandang umaga. Shout out from Texas.
Yeah, top of a hill. That would be awesome. Living on top of a hill, looking down. I mean, the view in the Philippines, no matter where you are, no matter where you are in the Philippines, man, the higher you are, the better view. I mean, like Manila. I stayed at the Nobu, okay, the City of Dreams, and we were up. I was up on like the 12th, the 13th floor. We were up there, and even Manila, the view, because you could see farther, of course, but the view was awesome. I think it was awesome. The house that we were gonna, the property we own in Assam, it's a warehouse and a mill, a rice mill, and we were going to convert it to a house. And the architect who drawn up all the plans for it was going to be a really nice house, a modern Philippine home, really, I mean, huge. But then, like I said, and the cost of building that house, his estimated amount would have cost us the same as this house right here that we're living in. So it wasn't like it was going to cost us $5 million to build this house, and but like I said, things happened. It was like, we can't live here. We can't do this. Yeah. Yeah, Elvin's a good guy, man. I never met him personally, but watching his vlogs and every morning he leaves me a comment. Seems to come be a great guy. And he lives in New York, and I don't hold that against Elvin. Now, actually, the average person in New York is not. Yeah, they when they're out in public and they're in the city, they keep to themselves. You know what I mean? Because that's just the way it is. I mean, I grew up in Philadelphia. I know in Philadelphia, when you're walking down the street, you keep to yourself. There's a lot of times you gotta watch. You gotta watch yourself. Okay. Should I say any more though? Remember what I told you about talking to people here? Sometimes they can't understand you, so they just look at you and smile, and they want to talk to you, but the language is kind of limited. LaSalle Public School. How far were you from LaSalle Public School?
Not public school, public market.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's the market is like 45 minutes.
No, not
Yeah.
no. Now it takes only 20 minutes, I guess, because of the
Well,
the road now is
no. The road is paved now or concreted now.
yeah.
But when we were there, it was a dirt road. How long did it take?
Like I said, it's longer that before
Yeah,
than
it was
now.
much longer.
Like I said, now it takes 20 minutes.
Yeah,
only.
20 minutes by tricycle. But when we leave our front door here and get to the market, how long does it take us? And a quiet morning where we're not, because we're not fully awake, it takes what, about 5 minutes. But when we're sitting there chatting away, and Myles, Miss Sociable over here, the social butterfly, and she's got to talk to everybody because she's running for president of the Philippines. See,
Yes.
it takes 10, 15 minutes, but it doesn't take long, and it's a nice walk. I tell her all the time. Myles out politicking today.
If you walk, if you do the walking, don't just you have no friend. If you don't talk to people that want
I
to
talk to people here.
Not like that.
But sometimes I'm not a talkative person. Believe it or not, I talk more when I'm doing my vlogs and now than I do any other time. But we got the presidential candidate, Myles. I'm just joking. She likes to talk to people. Not more.
I like to talk to people if they want to talk to me.
Okay, Dan Marie, you have a great, wonderful evening. Beth is here.
Hey, Beth.
Miss Beth. How you doing, Miss Beth Rubio?
Happy Sunday too.
Yes, happy Sunday. Actually, the skies are
We'll
starting
see
to
you
clear
again
up.
in the market tomorrow.
Check it out.
Yeah.
The skies. I'm sorry, I can't turn the camera. A while ago, the skies were dark, and it was like really. It was almost nighttime here, but all of a sudden, the skies are clearing up.
You need to bring out the laundries. No.
Yeah, but as soon as we take the laundry and put it back up on the line, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to start raining again. Yeah, I agree. We've been this live stream for 2 hours now. See, I like when was it last? Well, me and Myles weren't feeling so good. Myles was coming, Myles had a cold. I was coming down with it, and it was just like.
What is it? He's asking what channel does Elvin have?
He has, okay, Elvin, do you mind me? Hey, Elvin, put your channel up there, man. Promote your channel. I don't mind, okay, because I'm asking you. He does. He has an up and coming channel. He hasn't done any video long form. Maybe he's waiting until he comes to the Philippines, but he does a lot of shorts. Not a lot, but he does shorts. Oh, the generator's doing awesome, man. Matter of fact, I got it on standby right now in the garage because, like I said, with the weather we've been having, I'm really surprised we haven't lost any power. We lost internet a couple of days ago, and I'm telling you, that sucked. I ain't gonna lie to you, okay? That sucked. That, oh my God, I thought my life was coming to an end, Myles. You too, so don't, you're like, what are we gonna do?
For me, is I have no problem because I can still use my normal already expired. I can still use my data. So I subscribe to one.
Remember back in the day when cell phones started first coming out, you'd be like this, looking for that cell phone signal. That's what you do here. But see, her phone, which is what's the brand of your phone?
No.
Okay, her phone, she can have both globe and what's the other?
I didn't.
Smart.
I never.
She has both cards in here, SIM cards. She has a globe SIM card and she has a smart SIM card. I got that because here globe is the big guy, right? Very popular. But in Lassam, smart is the popular one. If that makes any sense. So when she goes to Lassam, if she can't get no globe, she can jump onto the smart SIMs, and if it's got a signal, I always like to know, I'm not trying to control, but I like to know she's okay. All right. So we don't, when she's in Lassam, I respect it, and I know that she's doing family time. And it's like, Myles, just tell me you're okay in the morning and tell me you're okay in the evening. What you're doing in between then, you don't need to give me an update every 15 minutes. I just want to make sure you're okay. Spend time with your daughters, spend time with your grandkids, have fun. You got to start off somewhere, Elvin. Come on, man. I'm a small channel, Just like I said, go ahead and put your channel up there,
Elvin. A big thing. It starts in a small thing.
Exactly. Let me tell you what, man. You have channels here that are like, and got high number of subs, okay? But then you look at their views, okay? And their views are like, it's not matching, okay? It's not matching up. They say on the average, which I always get, is 10% of your subs, as far as view counts on your videos. Those channels are getting like way below that. Right? And their sub counts are above 10,000 subs. So where was I going with that? I don't know. But it's not, once you get those 1,000 subs, it doesn't matter anymore. You can get 1,000 subs, but after that, what I mean by that is because after 1,000 subs, you're getting paid. I'd rather have 1,000 subs and having 2,000 views on a video because I'm getting paid for that 2,000 views. I'm not getting paid for the 1,000 subs. But after 1,000, you start getting paid for it. And there is no such thing as a small channel.
Right.
Yes. What are you doing? Okay, here we go. Elvin seems.
Wait a minute.
Is that?
Yes, this is the one.
What? What are you doing? Okay, yeah, smart move. She's covering. Elvin's got a post, but she's of a post of a person, a female type.
This one.
Okay, since Elvin is not going to do this, I'm going to do it for him because he's being so hard-headed. There you go. Let me get this. Hopefully this No, I'm sorry.
Ben.
All right, I'm gonna do this. All right. All right, I'm gonna put it in the comments. I like Elvin.
Remember, Elvin, a small become big if you go through it.
There you go. See, Elvin, I respect it because you know a lot of people think it's uncouth or disrespectful when a vlogger will go into another channel and advertise their channel on that vlogger's channel. A lot of that's looked down on. Okay, but Elvin didn't do it. I did it. So nobody can say anything. Nobody can think. Nobody can say a word. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can. I don't know if it'll view it. Let me see. There you go. So I'm doing it, Elvin, not you. No, I just think, I mean, Elvin comes across as a good guy. Now, he might be a total jerk in real life. I don't know that. But hey, I gotta leave it. I gotta say that, Elvin. But it seems like he's a good guy. And he's doing it smart. Because my understanding, Elvin's going to come here to live. So he's getting his roots while he's still in the States. So when he comes here, they'll probably do a lot better than I am.
Yeah. If they will live a little far from the isolated area, the crowded area
Yeah.
in Angeles City, is that Angeles City?
I don't know. There's a lot going on in Angeles City.
Yeah. It depends what part of Pampanga.
What hurts? Oh, okay. All right. I see what it's saying.
What's that? What's her?
Yeah, so like I said, I don't mind helping people out. And a lot of people say that try to not to have one like this type of form, have another content creator on the channel with it. And I've seen it happen. It doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen where that content creator tries to take over the channel. You know what I mean? In other words, trying to lead the channel, that's not your job. You're a guest. So, Owen, if you ever want to come on here and do a thing, you're more than welcome. Just, text me or email. I got my email in my bio profile. Email. We could set something up.
Yeah, we'll see you next month, Elvin.
What do you mean by next month?
He will retire.
Oh, okay, yeah. If you want to, as they say, a collab.
We will see you next month.
Try to circle yourself with good people. There's a lot of vloggers here that are doing it for all the wrong reasons, and they're doing it. They put my own opinion. Okay, if you think I'm wrong, that's fine. They kind of put the Philippines in a bad light, and I think the government and the people of the Philippines are getting kind of tired of that. So the average Philippine person, they're intelligent, man. Just because they got that status quo of a developing nation doesn't mean the people are developing.
What's I think quite fair.
Of course. New York's hot dogs, Philadelphia's the pretzels, soft pretzels. That's what another thing, Elvin, I miss. The hot dog carts you see on the corners? I miss them so much.
It's that big. Can you finish that one?
No, the regular size hot dogs. The hot dogs cart, they Oh God, they're so good. They're so good. But you know what I'm talking about. I think they might have them in Texas, like in Dallas and Houston, the big cities, the hot dog carts. You can get, I don't know if you can get a hot dog. I thought about doing that one time. Now that I'm a permanent resident, I can work. Maybe I'll do that. Buy me a hot dog cart.
Yeah. Look at that. That one
What one?
they put in that place, that empty lot there.
It's not a hot dog cart.
There, that is a cart for business.
I don't know what you're talking. You have to show me when we go out for
The
a walk.
white paint, just like kubo in it. They put in there.
I don't know. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I don't. A hot dog cart, you know, and just you got to think where because there is no office buildings here. Okay, it's all shops and stuff like that. Well, some businesses, but like during lunch hour, park your butt in front of a school. Well, there's a lot of private schools here, but I think where the rich kids are is that one on right across the street from Mary Lou's old place. Are they rich there? The rich kids? The private school,
Yeah.
is that where the rich kids go? If you don't know, you don't know. Go park my butt in front of that, selling hot dogs. There's a lot of kids that go to that. That's a big school. Have you there to be the translator? A lot of the kids here can speak English, but they don't because they want to be a jerk. Let's be honest. Coney Island, yeah, Coney Island hot dogs. They're also famous for the corn dogs, right, Elvin? The corn dogs here, what is it, Japanese style corn dogs? There's no hot dogs in it.
What's they put inside is cheese.
I don't know. Yeah, it's like it's got the
Just
crust
like-
of a corn dog, but there's no. It's like it's weird.
It's inside is just like
Cheese.
cheese, and they cut up to very tiny.
Hey, what's up, Expat 47? Welcome to the show. Yes, I'm at 13A. And I'll tell you right now, if you decide that you want to, become 13A visa, it costs you, how much does it cost me for it? 30,000?
Yeah, because you use the travel the
Yeah, agency, yeah. A lot of people say they do it themselves, and then like halfway through it, they're like, "Oh man, I think this was a big mistake." Because if you forget to cross your T's and dot your I's, guess what? You got to start all over again. So I paid the 30,000 pesos, $600, roughly $600, and I had an agency who's been doing it for like 20, 30 years, and they do everything because your Philippine wife or your husband, whatever, has to write a letter. They do it for you. All they do is sign. Myles signs the bottom.
petition, just like a petition.
Yeah, and I got, I would have to write a letter. I don't know what to say. Come on. They write the letter for you. They know what to say in it. And all you do is sign it. And when we walked to immigration Manila, I walked into the room. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be here forever. The place was packed with people. We walked straight to the front of the line. I was in and out of that, what, 10, 15 minutes? Immigration?
For the first time.
Yeah.
The second time is a bit lower.
Well, it was the lawyer,
process.
right? The second time was the lawyer. Yeah, the only reason that was is because the lawyer was on vacation that had my interview. So she had to come in to do the interview. All right, so I waited, a half hour?
Mm-hmm.
And that was just waiting for her. Not that she was like, oh my God, I don't know what I had to wait for her. She was on vacation, man. She had to come in off of vacation. So, you know, and that interview was what, 15 minutes?
It's not that.
And it was a conversation. It wasn't a question answer question. It was a conversation. But I'm pretty sure she's been doing it for a while. So she had a conversation and she was getting answers to questions that we didn't realize that we were being questioned, if you know what I mean. So I tell everybody, just get an agent.
Yeah, and explain also that the resident visa is for those who got married a Filipino or citizen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she even asked about our dogs. It was like, okay. So you're getting a lot of Makati? You getting a lot of rain there?
Yeah, Makati.
Are you complaining about hey, Expat 47, are you bitching about the rain yet?
Yeah, some part of, I guess some part in Makati already also flooded. Pasig.
Oh yeah, Pat's right across the street from the Spectrum, or the Veteran Stadium. Oh yeah, I remember Pat's. Well, actually, Pat's Cheesesteaks. Yeah, they have one right across the street. It was called the 10th inning, I believe, the 10th inning. But actually, Pat's owned it. I didn't know that, but someone was saying, yeah, they own that. They just don't call it Pat's Cheesesteaks because they kept the name. They kept the name when they bought the place.
Hello, Wick and Arvin. Arvin?
Yeah, that's RV. Yeah, that's for military, right? I believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
I never checked it out because
especially he's not married to a Filipino.
Hey, Weekend RV, how you doing? Glad to see you come. Show up. There isn't a long time to show up. Yeah, show up. That's great. No problem, Humble. No problem. Yeah, we only had 6. How many days? How many weeks now?
Here is almost a month now.
Yeah, straight rain. Straight rain. Now it's not rain. It goes in a cycle. Yeah. It starts drizzling, and then it's a downpour for a little bit. Then it stops. Then it starts drizzling, a downpour, then stops. It's all a cycle throughout the day. And that's why Myles, like, I really don't want to go out because she doesn't want to get caught up into it. And you really don't know the time between each cycle and each, drizzle and rain or drizzle and downpour stop. You don't know the time frame in between each one. Okay, I see. Yeah, I didn't look into it because, I can do the 13A.
SRRB, maybe we'll do the SRRB.
Who?
Stay humble.
Yeah. See, that's why I tell everybody, this is not an information channel. This is a daily life. What, if I screw something up, I'll talk about it so you don't do it, because I feel every province here is different, every province is different in how that province is ran by its governor, Now they'll follow the rules that the government in Manila puts out there, but it's how they interpret it, So what you can do in Manila or you can do in like Cebu or how things are done in Cebu is totally different on how they're done here in the Ilocos Norte. Not that it's wrong, it's just how they interpret the law that Manila put out. Just like in the States, the government puts out these laws and some states run it. It's how they interpret it. right?
Mhm. Yeah, weekend RV.
September's supposed to be the end of it, right?
Yes, here is September. We seldom had rain here. The rainy season is over. Now there will be a rain, but
Not like it is
not
now.
every
Yeah,
day.
yeah, it's not. Yeah, but it's Christmas season.
Yeah,
That's
that
what.
is
Right.
the season of Christmas.
Yeah,
It
Christmas
is
from
start
you hear Christmas
very,
music
very,
from September all the way till the end.
January.
January. Every day. Every day.
After the Three Kings, we have the Three Kings.
The what?
Three Kings. The Three Kings who brought the gift to Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay. The giftings. I thought you were saying greetings. That's why I kind of
Three
looked at it.
Kings.
Okay. Oh, the three kings. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, September, rainy season's gone, and Christmas season is here. Every day. Every day. Christmas music.
Everyday Christmas songs.
Every day. I like Christmas, don't get me wrong. But how many times in the States you walk into Walmart and you're like, all right, already, enough. All right, stop. But they even do that because that's not politically correct anymore.
Yes.
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 Where the prices of airline travel on an airplane doubles,
Yeah.
sometimes triples. It gets crazy.
Big season.
And it's sad because a lot of your OFWs want to come home, for Christmas, and the prices are crazy.
Big season. Holiday price.
And I don't know. Christmas is a big thing. Well, Christmas here is totally different from many, like outside the States, because it's not all about the presents and the Christmas tree and Santa Claus. It's all about the meaning behind Christmas. And that's the way a lot of people here in the Philippines, a lot of families here don't give gifts, a lot of, because they can't afford it, but they look at it as far as the reasoning behind Christmas, and that's what they celebrate.
We don't know weekend RVing if still rainy season on September in Boracay.
I don't think it will be.
Here alone is no.
What?
In Boracay,
What about it?
they said they are in Boracay for the last week of September.
It won't be. The rainy season will be gone, right? You don't know?
Some part of the Philippines is still is rainy season.
Do you know people that live there? I would ask them. You know what I'm saying? I would ask them. What's it like? What's the weather like during that time? Because we live in, I could tell you what it's like here in Badoc, but it wouldn't be fair for me to tell you what it's like there. You know what I mean? I'd be guessing. I'm sorry, man. I'm just trying to be honest with you. That's why a lot of people don't listen to somebody that's living in Cebu or Manila, and they think that's what the whole Philippines is like, and it's not. Each area is different, weather-wise, cultural, as far as celebrations.
Mm.
Yeah, that's one thing. No matter where you're in the Philippines, wait till the Christmas season's all over. Wait till January. I say the second week in January is when everything calms down. No, when?
After before mid January.
Mid January, second week. After the second week of January, because that's when things start normalizing.
You remember when I took down my Christmas tree is January already.
Oh, it's the second week of January. I remember the first Christmas I was here. At the day after Christmas, I was ready for the Christmas tree to get rid of it. And she was like, no, 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 no. And I was like, all right. She says, no, 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 no. And I was like, okay. You got to learn to assimilate. Is that the right word? In other words, don't come to the Philippines thinking them to start thinking the way you think. You got to start thinking the way they think, as far as the way they just. You want to piss a Filipino off, okay? Start telling them how wrong they live and how the government is wrong, okay? That'll piss them off in a heartbeat. You gotta adjust to their way of life. They don't adjust to yours. Yeah, what is it? 12 different fruits. Yeah,
lucky fruits.
Yeah, you have to get that's like a thing here. Okay,
Yeah.
and right now it's like okay. As a matter of fact, now the last week before New Year's, don't I keep on? Hey, Myles, did you get your 12 fruits? You get your 12 fruits.
Yeah.
Before I was like, oh, this is BS, But like I said, you got to start conforming to their way of life and their traditions and the way they do things. Because they ain't gonna do it the way you want to. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna get headaches. Your head's gonna explode because they don't care what you think. They could care less. Yeah, you're right. And I respect it. You know what I mean? I respect it. It's not all about the gifts. It's all about family, being with family, eating and enjoying the time.
What? I would like to experience the Philippines.
Yeah, that's exactly that's right. If you why go somewhere where you're not gonna be happy, or you think you're not gonna be happy? Because a lot of times, man, you start realizing when you go somewhere where they think differently than you do, you start thinking, well, maybe that's the right way. After a while, of course, you in the beginning you trying to fight it, okay, but you start realizing, you start feeling a lot better. I mean, when I was in the States, man, it wasn't uncommon me to have headaches 3 to 4 times a week. 5 years I had one head. Being here, over 5.5 years, I had one headache, and that was because of my cold. I mean, I used to get bad headaches, stress headaches. Here it's like I ain't worried about. If I can't do anything about it, I ain't worried about it. Or if I can't get that done today, I'm not going to worry about it. It'll get done, but not today. It's the way of life. Yeah, the termites are all over, Elvin. All over. Termites is a thing.
But we don't have that much.
Not here, not in this house, or at least I hope. But that's why I don't understand, because of the climate with the termites. Well, you got an option when you're building a house. Either you can have wood rafters in your roof, you know what I mean, or you can have metal. I don't understand why people opt for the wood. I'd get and the metal's cheaper, right?
Yeah, now most of the houses now are using the metal. But
This
before,
is metal, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
but before most of the building before using wood.
Well, remember the house that was in our property behind us, the one they were having built, and all of a sudden, I mean, they were coming along really well. with construction. I mean, it was moving at a good pace. Then all of a sudden, when it got to the roof, everything just stopped because they couldn't finding the wood to make the roof, right? And I was kind of like, well, one thing, and I asked him, don't they have an option? He said, yeah, they can have metal. I was like, why don't they do metal? Metal, you don't get the termites, right?
They use the metal.
No, they did not. They used the wood. Remember, they brought wood onto the property and cut it as needed. Remember?
You mean my cousin crossing the road?
Yes, the one who was
okay.
yeah.
Wood.
Beautiful home they had built. Beautiful home. But it's like they didn't have the wood for the roof, so everything just stopped.
Yeah, because he got a lot of wood. That is the wood that.
Well, they ended up making it as needed, but that's what stopped them because they didn't have the wood, or they didn't have the wood to make the roofs until they went out and actually went out to the wood, whatever they went, and they cut the trees down to make it.
His trees.
Which is
my cousin's.
The metal was there. I mean, all they had to do was order it, and it was already pre-made. For what they needed it for.
That is their choice.
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking out of the box. I don't know.
That is their choice.
I know. All right, though. You're leaving us. I'm taking it personal. Nah, man, I'm just kidding. It is late. It's what, 11 going on midnight? You have a good night, man. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, Daryl said he wants to experience the Christmas season here in Philippines.
It's different. Though it's different. Not in a bad way, but it's different. All right, man. Yeah, maybe we should close this out. It's getting late. It's going on midnight, and these guys need to sleep. And I don't know if Elvin is working. So he needs to stay focused on his thing. So we'll go ahead and close this out. What do you think?
Yeah, and then we will go to get the laptop if already.
Yeah, Myles will break out the secret list. She denies it, but we all know. We're on to you, Myles.
You go and get beef.
Say the secret list. This is the first I heard about the beef.
Yeah, you told me that a few days ago.
Not a bad thing. Yeah, I said, do you want to get more beef?
Yeah.
Because we don't cook the meat as whole. We grind it all up for hamburger.
Yeah, you see the beef. Slice is very, very convenient and easy to cook.
Yeah, she wants to use the meat that I cut up to make cheesesteaks. She wants to use it for other things. I'm like, hey, you're treading in my territory here. That's for my steaks. I was saying I was going to make an oven grinder, cheesesteak stromboli or an oven grinder, whatever you want to call it, because I'm having a really hard time finding these rolls.
Thank you so much, Expert 47. Thank you for joining us.
All right, expats. Thanks for joining us, man. Do appreciate it. Much grateful. And you have a great evening. So we'll go ahead and let you all go. Yes, me and Myles like to talk amongst you all, amongst these guys. It's great. So I'll let you all go. You be good to yourself. You be good to each other.
Thank you very much, Misha.
You okay? Yeah, Misha. You have a great night. Sandy, if you're still
Phoebe,
around.
Tita Marie.
Daryl. Expat 47. Elvin. You have a great day. And like I said, man, if you ever want to do you come on here and we just, even while you're on the stage and you want to shoot the shit.
Badoc.
Promote your channel. Get your roots grown before you get to the Philippines.
That's true, Elvin. Promote your channel.
That's
right.
And
I'm also promoting your channel.
We're glad you're here too. Like I said, next week I'm going to go to the studio where I can give you a wrench, a moderator. Yeah, the wrench. See these guys right here, like Weston. I'll bring Weston up. All right, see how they have a ranch right here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a moderator. That's how you know they're a moderator.
Okay.
I want to give Sandy one, and also people who are here all the time. I'm not saying, oh, since you got a ranch, you got to be on all the time. No, I'm not saying that. But if they come on there, it's like, okay, cool, they got a ranch. And the more people you have with ranches, with the exception of that one person, it's the chances of the trolls ain't going to be around because they're like, oh wow, I can get bombarded by all them ranches. No problem, Melvin, man. I'll talk to you later, Sandy. I will talk to you later. Like I said,
thank you to everyone.
If you're around next week, I'll be on studio and I'll give you a range. Not saying, okay, you got to be here, and I'm not saying that. But if you're here, I'll give you the range. I can't do it on StreamYard. On here, it doesn't happen. You don't have that option. So I'll talk to you all later. Remember, live life on your terms. Don't worry about what other people think of you. They don't pay your bills. And with that being said, be good to yourself, be good to each other, and I will talk to you later. Bye now. Bye, Alvin. Bye, Sandy.
Bye, Sandy.
Dos Bagos. I don't know why I can't say that when
Dos
these
Bagos.
days. I can't say it. I don't know why.
Dos Bagos.
Dos Bagos.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for being here. Talk to you all later. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye. Phoebe.
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 Yeah.
Bye-bye.